Have you ever noticed how almost everyone you know seems to be doing better than you financially? Your coworker drives a brand new SUV. Your college friend just posted vacation photos from Italy. Your neighbor upgraded to a bigger house. And here you are making decent money, but somehow still feeling behind. Here's the uncomfortable part. Most of those people aren't actually rich. In fact, many of them are one bad month away from financial disaster. But from the outside, they look like they figured it all out. Today, we're going to talk about why almost no one around you is as wealthy as they appear, and why that illusion is so dangerous. AC1, the illusion. Let's start with someone real. We'll call him Jake. Jake is 29. He lives in Austin, Texas. He works in tech support and makes about $65,000 a year. That sounds solid, right? Upper middle class income in most of the country. Jake drives a 2023 Ford Explorer. It's clean, it's shiny, it has heated seats. When he pulls up to a restaurant or a friend's place, it says, "I'm doing well." He rents a nice one-bedroom apartment in a decent part of town. Modern finishes, stainless steel appliances, gym in the building. Rent is $1,850 a month. He dresses well. He goes out on weekends. He has the latest iPhone. His Instagram looks like someone who has their life together. And if you only saw Jake at surface level, you'd think that guy's winning. But let's look at what's actually happening behind the scenes. Act 2, the math. Jake makes $65,000 a year. After federal and state taxes, health insurance, and his 401k contribution, his take-home pay is about $3,900 a month. Now let's break down where that money goes. Rent, $1,850. Car payment, $620 a month. He financed that Explorer over 6 years at 6.5% interest. Car insurance, 108 eyes. Student loan payment, $320 a month. He still has $28,000 left from his bachelor's degree. Credit card minimum payments, $150. He's carrying about $6,000 in revolving debt from trips, electronics, and going out last year. Utilities, phone subscriptions, $210. Groceries and food, $450. Gas, $120. That's $3,900, exactly his take-home income. $0 left for savings, $0 for investing, $0 for emergencies. And Jake isn't reckless. He's not buying designer clothes or bottle service every weekend. He's just living what feels like a normal middle-class life in 2025. But here's the thing. Jake looks rich. His car is new. His apartment looks good in photos. He's not visibly struggling, and that's the problem. Act 3, the psychology. So why does Jake and millions of people like him end up in this situation? Because we've been conditioned to perform wealth, not build it. Think about it. When you meet someone new, you don't see their bank account. You see their car,
their clothes,
their apartment, their vacation photos. And because everyone around you is also performing, you start to believe that this is what financial success looks like. So you match it. You upgrade your car when you get a raise. You move to a nicer place. You finance the lifestyle that looks like success because that's what successful people around you seem to be doing. But here's what you're not seeing. Most of them are financing it too. That coworker with the new Audi, 72-month loan. That friend who went to Italy, credit card debt. That neighbor with the bigger house, 30-year mortgage and rising property taxes they're barely managing. It's not that people are lying. It's that the visible markers of wealth have become completely disconnected from actual financial health. And the scariest part? This system is designed to keep you in it. Banks want you financing cars for 6 years. Credit card companies want you carrying a balance. Landlords and real estate markets want you spending 40-50% of your income on housing. Because as long as you're making your monthly payments, you're profitable. You're a reliable income stream for someone else. But you're not building wealth. You're renting the appearance of it. Let's fast forward 10 years. Jake is now 39. He still makes decent money. Let's say he's up to $80,000 a year now. But his lifestyle has kept pace with his income. He upgraded his apartment. He traded in the Explorer for a newer model. He still has student loans. He still carries credit card debt. His net worth? Maybe $15,000 if he's lucky. Most of it in his 401k, which he can't touch. Compare that to someone else. Let's call her Maya. Maya made the same $65,000 at 29, but she drove a 2015 Honda Civic she bought used for $12,000 cash. She lived in a smaller, older apartment for $2,200 a month. She didn't finance anything she didn't absolutely need. She saved $800 a month. She invested it in index funds. She kept her expenses low and ignored what everyone around her was doing. By 39, Maya's net worth is over $180,000. She has options. She has freedom. She could take a year off if she wanted to. She could start a business. She could retire earlier. Jake can't, because Jake spent 10 years looking rich instead of becoming it. So what's the lesson here? It's not that you should never enjoy your money. It's not that buying a car or living in a nice place is wrong. It's that you need to stop letting other people's financial performances dictate your decisions. Because the truth is, most people are bad with money. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Even at $70,000, $90,000, $120,000 a year. And if you're trying to keep up with them, you're just going to end up in the same place. Wealthy people, actually wealthy people, don't perform.
they accumulate.
They drive older cars. They live below their means. They invest the difference. And 10, 15, 20 years later, they have something real. Not a finance lifestyle, not an Instagram feed. Real assets, real options, real freedom. Conclusion. So the next time you see someone around you who looks like they're doing amazing financially, just remember, you're probably only seeing the monthly payment, not the balance, not the interest, not the stress. And you don't have to play that game. You can build wealth quietly. You can ignore the performance. You can make decisions based on math, not appearance. It won't feel impressive at first, but in 10 years, you'll be the one who's actually free. If this shifted how you think about money, hit the like button. And if you want more honest breakdowns like this, subscribe. We do this every week. Thanks for watching.